Hey Steel fans, Calvin Bush for an episode of Lap Around the Rink presented by Valor Carts. You'll notice one thing different about our first episode this year. We're not walking around the rink, we're driving, and that is in this fancy cart provided by Valor Carts. It's got Bluetooth audio, decked out with the wheels, some lights in the front, a horn, turn signals and everything. Apparently it is street legal, but Scott and I are not going to be driving on Kirk Road out here in front of Fox Valley Ice Arena. We'll be just taking a little lap around here. For our first episode, we have none other than the head coach of the Chicago Steel, Scott Gomez, is joining us. Scott, thanks for joining us, taking the time. We do appreciate it. We're in the early going of the season now, but what can you say about the start that the Steel have had in the early going in your first year as the head coach?
I think we're getting there. We're starting to, kind of running a whole new systems and everything, so that's going to take time. But as far as the the players' effort and them getting what we want, I think they're coming along. Still got a long way to go, but the most important thing I think is the buy-in, and I think I think these guys are they're buying in, because if you don't buy in, you won't be here. Yeah. So it's pretty the buy-in's pretty simple.
We mentioned first year with the Steel for you, but when you joined the team this past summer, you also brought along Mike Motto, who is a close friend of yours. How has having Mike with your coaching staff kind of helped you hit the ground running, but also having Tyler Haskins as the associate head coach, a seasoned coach with the Steel who knows the systems, knows the team, and what have you?
Yeah, well, I mean, you got lucky with Mott's, to join me in Surrey last year, and it's pretty easy when your coach and staff have no ego. I mean, it's for the kids. It's he was a world-class D-man, Hobie Baker winner. He understands the D side of it, and he had a lot of offensive jams. So, he knows what I'm looking at. And then with Tyler, I mean, you never know what you're going to get. Someone new, it could have gone either way. But what a professional! He's been a bonus. I mean, the guy knows his hockey, and I think we've us three, and with the other coaches, we fit in like the way it should be. I mean, like I said, there's no ego with him, and he runs the bench, the offense during the games. So yeah, there's a lot he brings to the table. But I think the best part is that I think with me and Motts and with Tyler, there's no ego, man. Whoever we got the same voice. We agree on everything. If someone doesn't, we'll go over it. But we're our own little team, and that's important, because I've been in other areas where the coaches don't get along, and it's who's getting the credit, and it's not about that. And I think with us three, we really got on the same page really early, and that makes it easy, because it is about the kids. So in that regards, it's been awesome working with those two.
Valor Carts brings the energy every mile of the way. Experience bold performance, modern style, and street legal freedom, all 100% electric. With luxury seating and up to 80 miles per charge, Valor Carts are built to take you wherever life goes. Valor Carts, proud partner of the Chicago Steel. I think a lot of former players, after their career is done, they either go, I feel like, into broadcasting on television or into coaching, or they find another way to continue playing in overseas or another league or things like that. But for you, getting into coaching, you coached with the New York Islanders as an assistant right after your career ended, and then, like you mentioned, in Surrey, now you're here. Yeah. Does coaching kind of help itch that competitive scratch that you have, not just as a coach getting wins, but competing with players and fellow coaches during practice?
Yeah, I mean, we did the media, and that was great. They treated me right. It was just, at the end of the day, it wasn't gratifying enough. I mean, they do a great job. I mean, they treated it was a great experience. And then getting into coaching, yeah, it was great. I was kind of young on the totem pole, but I was treated first class by Dougie Wade and Lou Lamoriello and all them. Got to meet some great friends, learned a lot. And I think, at the end of the day, we're a hockey player. Got to do, you got to be doing something. I wasn't really doing much, and my business manager kind of got on me, and this is what I do, man. I'm a hockey guy, and I think the best part about it, I had so many great influences helping my career, from all the vets I played with. The Devil, Lou Lamoriello, every organization brought something, and I think that's the main thing you want to get back to is you want to give back to these guys, and like I said, it's not coming from me. This is what I was taught, and to give back. But at the end of the day, we do lose people will never understand. It's not. I mean, we all know it's going to come to an end.
Right.
I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. Father Time gets you.
Yeah.
But this is as far as competitive. That's one thing we all miss is the competitive going against someone. I mean, just bringing it day in, day out. And this is the closest thing that you'll ever get is, I mean, I can't go on the ice and do it, but to have these kids, try to follow, hey, maybe we're giving them the right areas, and here's what we want, here's what we expect, and I think that's what you want to see how good these kids can be, because it's not about us. I mean, that's the one thing about it. I'm not looking forward to, this isn't about me to go get a coaching job in the NHL. Nope. I've been there, done that. I mean, we're having the time of our lives. It's about seeing these young men, accomplish their goals, and not even on the ice. It's more about how you're going to act off the ice. I mean, because it goes fast. It goes fast. But the life lessons we learn from the vets and how to treat people, please, thank you, how to act like a grown up. I mean, that's the main thing we want to accomplish here. But as far as I mean, this is the closest thing we'll get to the competitive, and we love it. But in saying that, it is about these kids, and that's the main thing.
Going to your NHL days, 2 Stanley Cups with the New Jersey Devils in 2000 and then 2003. Both very good teams. I think you ask any hockey fan, they'd say both those teams were some of the best to win a cup.
Actually, but the year we lost was probably the best team ever, but we won't get into that, but yeah.
So with that in mind, I have to ask you, which of those 2 teams would you say was the most exciting or the most fun that you had? In 2003, Marty Brodeur, who's regarded as one of the best goalies, I think, in NHL history, he had 7 playoff shutouts, 3 in the final, and then in 2000,
he still didn't get the Conn Smythe. So
I know,
what a joke.
And then
nothing taken away from Shagir, but yeah, that's.
And then in 2000, you guys had to erase that 3-1 deficit in the conference final against Philadelphia. So the question begs, which team, other than the one that lost, do you think was, in your mind, the most fun that you had?
I mean, my first year, the rookie year, I don't know what really was going on. I mean, it's a whirlwind. I mean, I had a great regular season, and then I think I kind of maybe thought it was going to be like that, how the transition was definitely different in the playoffs, where I think before Game 3, Larry Robinson asked me if I wanted to sit out to watch, and that's when I was like, I better change something. So, total different. I mean, we were down 3-1. We, it was new to all of us, for the guys that first won it, and I mean, it was something that you didn't expect your first year to get a Stanley Cup. I mean, that's all you dream about. The league was older, so I mean, guys have been, gone through their whole career without having it. The next year, probably the most talented team, if you look at our lineup, that I think I'd ever been a part of. So that was, to not get the job done, that's still heartbreaking. I mean, but the 2003 team, I think it maybe meant more just for the fact that we had lost to Colorado, and we still hadn't moved on from that. I mean, and I think, I forgot who said it best, but, once we beat Anaheim, it erased, for the guys that were there, it erased the whole Colorado thing. I mean, I still can't watch it on TV, and I've been fortunate to meet Ray Bork, and he's unreal.
Yeah.
He's one of the best, but he'll rub it into me still to this day. So, but I think the 2003, it really did wash away all the memories of what happened with us in Colorado. I mean, for me personally, and the guys that were there, it was kind of like it's over. We can, because if we didn't win one, that would always be the biggest regret, how we lost, Game 7 in the Stanley Cup Finals. But both. It's a tough question, because both teams mean so much to you, and they're still great friends of mine on both groups, and when the guys get together, it's just, I mean, people don't realize, it's a big deal, you win the Stanley Cup, but at the end of the day, no one really cares. I mean, life moves on. There's other things, but when that group of guys get together, it is no one can ever take that away. I mean, the stories, you remember what really happened in between games at the hotels and all that, and both groups mean the most, and I think it was also a blessing, or it was also a curse, because it was so young when I got it that I didn't really. I think I got to one more Eastern Conference Finals, and that was it. So people don't realize it would have, because that's, once you get a taste of that, that's all you want. And every time you didn't win the cup, it was a letdown. So I had a lot of letdowns after that. But it was, like I said, I don't watch it or anything, but if it does pop up, and you do see it, it's like yesterday. You're right back.
Right.
You're right back in the moment, and so those are. It's definitely what they say. You win. no one can ever take that away from us. And yeah, and it did mean a lot.
Switching gears a little bit, when you were first moving here, we had a guitar delivered to the rink in your name. So I assume that you play the guitar. I don't know if there's singing or like a harmonica that pairs with the guitar, but I have to ask, how good are you and how long have you been playing?
Well, I've, if you've known me, I'm one of those jerks that I play 3 songs because I wrote the 3 songs and that's all I play. So if you know me, you're sick of hearing it. I could go up. I've been up a couple times during a foundation. I've joined the band.
Okay.
I've been up there, but I don't think I was doing that well. Meaning I had to follow the bass player, but they loved it.
Yeah.
By no means I'm, I could get away with certain stuff. I mean, I'm obviously the best advice I ever got. I took guitar lessons in Jersey, and the guy's first thing he said was, "Do you think you're going to be Keith Richards or Jimmy Page or one of those guys?" And I just looked at him and I'm like, "Can I? Like, meaning, like, are you that good a teacher?" And I was like, "I don't think," or I kind of was stuck in the air. And he goes, "Can I go play in the NHL right now?" I was like, "No." And he goes, basically what he was trying to get at is like, "No, I don't think I'm going to be that way. No, I don't want to. I don't think the standard could be that high. I just want to play around the campfire and be able to, jam around." And he was like, "All right, definitely," because I guess you got people in there thinking that you got to know your limits. It's too late. But no, but if you do know me and you've hung around me, you absolutely hate my guitar playing because, like I said, I usually just play about 3 songs. But yeah, I mean. I can hold my own on some certain things. And I can play the harmonica at the same time.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. So we've got a musician in the house here, too. Word on the street is Easton Pace also plays the guitar, and I think there's a few other players that may be trying to learn their hand at the guitar as well. Would you pick up guitar lessons on the side as well as coaching for the guys, or is that maybe beyond?
No, I think that's part of the gig, man. You got to do it all. Like I suggest to these kids right away, if you can play an instrument, I mean, there's nothing better. And but that's the best part, I'm sure, because I heard Pacer's unreal. So that's the best part, though. You play with guys like that, they help you out. I mean, that's just just to jam with someone. I mean, I don't think I'm nothing great, but yeah, I can I get people going on the dance floor a little bit.
Okay, all right, that's good to know. We'll keep that in mind for sure. Going back more to the hockey side to kind of put a bow on all of this, coming in here as the head coach before the Chicago Steel make their move to downtown Chicago to play at Fifth Third Arena, what does that kind of mean to you to be able to sort of set the table kind of in a way in, establishing a new chapter almost for this organization that's had so many great chapters before this one too?
Well, it's an unreal organization, the history of it. I think our job is we want to set a standard where, hey, you want your kids to come play here. We expect and demand a lot on the ice, but off the ice also. We're raising young men here that you can't stress enough how far please, thank you. You see a piece of trash, pick it up. I think you come in our locker room, hey, there's we want it to be different. We want people to be, there's clean. Hey, you have to respect the room. It goes a long way. And in saying that, yeah, I mean, on the ice, you bet we're gonna be competitive. We're gonna be disciplined. We're gonna, when you play the Chicago Steel, you're gonna know it's gonna be, it's gonna be in for a night, and that's the goal. But we want to start that. We want to establish that, and at the end of the day, it's really up to the kids, and they've done a great job bringing in a good group. It's our job to make them buy in, but there are rules to this game. There's rules to life, and you're going to follow them. If not, you're going to be gone because you can't. It doesn't work that way. Right. I mean, when you say team, everyone's got to be on board. Everyone's got a different part. Everyone's going to provide more, and that's our goal. And at the end of the day, the best thing and the only thing we want is when you leave here, like, hey man, we had a great time playing for the Chicago Steel, and because it's not like I named all those vets and I named everyone. It's a lifetime pass. I mean, we'll always be there for these kids, and I think once they understand that, that makes it a special. And that's the special part about the game is, hey man, it's not just one and done. Like I said, you can always go back and get advice and get help. And I still go to Mr. Lamorello all the time, and if I need to pick me up or I need anything, and I think that's what we want to establish with the Chicago Steel. Yeah,
Gomer, it's been a great conversation. We've got a lot of good information out of you. Hope you enjoyed this just as much as I have.
The greatest 10 minutes of my life. There's things that I accomplished in the NHL, but to get in a golf cart with you and drive and to hear it, it's another level. I'll always remember this. Thank you, Cal.
Yeah, thanks, Scott. Appreciate it. Thanks for the lap around the rink.